Hello, chemistry students, and welcome to our first day of class. Today is Tuesday, August 29th, and it's great to have you guys here. Thanks for being a part of our chemistry course. Today's, every week we'll meet at 10 a.m. on Mondays, but for the next 2 weeks, we start on a Tuesday, and then next Monday is off because it's Labor Day. So for these first 2 weeks of school, we'll meet Tuesdays at 10 a.m., but then moving forward, we'll meet on Mondays at 10 a.m. Central Time. These are non-mandatory. I will record them and post them to our class YouTube channel, and I'll show you how to get there. But it's great to have you. I'll use these weekly times to kind of just check in with you guys. I'll make sure you all know what is expected of you that week, and then we'll kind of go from there. So I'm just going to kind of walk us through our chemistry course and what you guys should be focused on this week. Many of you have probably seen and watched my welcome video already, and this will kind of be similar to that. So today we're just going to kind of use this as an introductory to what we'll be doing this week. So when you open up our chemistry semester 1 course in Moodle, the first thing you'll see is the announcement section, and I would encourage you guys to check this often. I will, at the minimum, post a weekly announcement every week. And you can see here that I posted this announcement today. And if you click on it, you can see that there is the Zoom link for these weekly Zoom meetings, Mondays at 10 a.m., except for the next 2 weeks, which will be Tuesday because of Labor Day. And these live class times are non-mandatory, and they will be recorded and posted to. This is a link that takes you to our class chemistry YouTube channel, where I will post our weekly check-ins, which will occur on Mondays. And I'll also post all my lecture videos, which will be between maybe 10 and 30 minutes long on all the lessons. So that's our chemistry YouTube channel, and you'll want to probably bookmark that and then keep this Zoom link handy. So I'm going to go back to the dashboard here and go back to our class. The instructor's office forum, I will be holding office hours every Thursday at 12 p.m. Central Time or by appointment. I teach at several other institutions across the United States. So if you do happen to come to my office hours, there might be other students in that Zoom call. So if there's a time that you want to meet one-on-one, just let me know and I can set that up as well. You can also feel free to call or text my phone. If you've read my introduction, I live in South America. I live in Quito, Ecuador. But this is a Google Voice number, and it's a 414 area code. So you can text me, and you should not be charged extra. It's like texting a United States phone number. Or feel free to email me there at any time as well. Many of you have already submitted the welcome activity discussion. I want to tell me a little bit about yourself, who you are, where you're from, where you see yourself, and then what your favorite Bible verse is. And I'll let you guys read through my welcome introduction there. My husband is a missionary. We've been living in Quito, Ecuador for almost 3 years, and we have 4 kids. So I'll let you guys read my introduction there. And then general questions, you can post general questions to that form. A little bit of general course information. Feel free to watch my welcome video and take a look around. There's the link to our weekly Monday class calls. So I'm going to go back there. And again, feel free to bookmark our class YouTube channel where you'll find all our weekly class check-in times and then all those lessons as well. Here's a link to the course syllabus, which just links to the kind of Amazing Grace Virtual Academy syllabus. This course is a work in progress. So this semester I'm developing this course. So you'll notice I'm kind of just taking things week by week at a time. So thank you for your patience. There probably won't be, you have all the, textbook and notes for all the chapters that you can work ahead on and study on your own. But in terms of like lesson PowerPoints and lectures, I might just be like a week ahead of you guys as I'm kind of developing this course for the first time. So I appreciate your patience with that. Here's the curriculum guide and assignment schedule. This will be really kind of helpful as you guys work through, I don't have everything planned out for you, but I do have all of our lessons and assignments planned. One thing to note, how I will structure this course is all weeks and all modules start on Monday morning and they end on Sunday at midnight Central Time. So you'll notice all dates in here, minus, any sort of holidays that are occurring, will start on Monday morning and end on Sunday at midnight. So all assignments for each module each week are always going to be due Sunday at midnight of that week's module. And each week has similar assignments. You'll read the lessons in your textbook, and I've listed the lessons there. You'll watch the lesson videos that I will be preparing for you and putting on our class YouTube channel. You will take and submit lesson notes. So there are documented notes for each lesson, and you guys can print those out and write them in and take a picture and submit a photo for your assignment, or you can edit, on your computer and submit a file and upload a file to Moodle as your assignment. So every week is really similar. Read your textbook lessons, watch the videos associated with those lessons, take and submit lesson notes. This is really important because the lesson notes might include some like homework question type problems, especially as we get into some of the math side of things, which everyone loves in chemistry, and then complete a weekly discussion. So I really want us to build a community and be active. And I want you guys to sign into this course several times a week. So I encourage that by having a weekly discussion post where you have to post kind of an answer to my question and then reply to classmates. And I'll explain that. And each week we will have a lab or an activity each week. And again, this is a course in development, so I'm working on developing our labs to be online. So for these first 2 weeks, our lab is going to be a literature review, and I'll talk you through that in a second, and you'll have 2 weeks to do it. And then there will be a quiz at the end of this week on lessons 1.1 and 1.2. I'm just going to say hello to Isaiah. Isaiah, it's great to have you here. Let me know if you can hear me okay, Isaiah. So for this first week, you'll have a quiz on these first 2 lessons. And then next week will be laid out similar. You'll have readings in the textbook to do, watching the lesson video, taking and submitting notes, completing your weekly discussion. This first lab, you'll have 2 weeks to do. That's that literature review. But by the end of the next week, we'll get to our chapter 1 test. Isaiah, how are you doing? It's good to see you. Can you hear me okay? I can't hear you yet, Isaiah, but if you can hear me, feel free to speak up. I just started this class, Isaiah. It'll be similar to what's in my welcome video, and I'm recording this. So you can feel free to watch the first 7 minutes that you missed. What I'm doing is I'm just going through kind of the course in our Moodle and taking everyone through kind of how we'll set up this course and what will be due each week. Perfect, Isaiah. Great to have you. Okay. This is the discussion rubric. So every week I will grade your discussion posts based on this rubric. And I'm a really easy grader if you follow simple instructions like getting things done on time, responding to 2 or more posts to either a student or a classmate, and then helping develop ideas, asking a question, stimulating further discussion, and then to see if there's evidence of critical thinking in your post. And I'll go through kind of our first week's discussion to give you an example of that. So again, check the weekly announcements, my office hours. Be sure to write a welcome activity discussion post. I just went through the general course information, and now I'm going to jump in to our module 1. And again, you'll see for the entire semester, each week is labeled with a module number, and then each module starts on Monday of that week, and all your assignments for that week's module are due Sunday at midnight. And you can see there's about 17 modules, about 17 weeks. That last week will be kind of a review week. But I'm just going to take us through the first week's module, kind of what you guys have due this week. And again, I mentioned that this is a course I'm developing. So, you'll most likely just see things for the module starting Monday that they'll be ready for you guys to work on. So this week at Module 1 activities, you'll read lesson 1.1 and 1.2 in your textbook. Please make sure that all of these links open for you guys. I have linked a digital version of the textbook, and you can see them linked here. This is Pearson, and it's student edition. That's what SE stands for. And then the numbers are the chapter numbers. So we're spending the first couple weeks in chapter 1. So when you open up this, it'll show chapter 1. And you can read through you can scroll up and down to then read through the lessons. And mine's having a problem downloading because it's a pretty big file. Let me know if you're having any problems opening any of those links at all. So every week you'll read through the lessons in your textbook. This first chapter is really a lot about introduction to chemistry. And then you'll watch the lesson videos on our class YouTube channel. And I'm just going to pull up our class YouTube channel. What this will do, it embeds it into Moodle. But if you click on these three dots and copy the link and then paste it in a new window, it'll actually open up the video, and then it'll open up our entire channel. So you can see here, this will be our lesson, our welcome video. And then if you look on the right, you can go to our Amazing Grace Virtual Academy Chemistry YouTube channel page, and you'll see the first two lessons there. Each lesson will be between maybe like 10 to 20 or 30 minutes long, and I'll be posting lecture videos for all the lessons. Again, bear with me, they won't be ready probably until the week of that module, but your first week and first module is all done. So that's our course YouTube channel. Look there for all of the lesson videos as well as these recordings that we're going over right now. Then, so you'll read your textbook and those lessons, you'll watch the lesson videos, and then you take notes. And this is kind of what your homework is for each week. The notes are divided by lesson. So I'm just going to pull up this file. At the beginning of each chapter notes, there is kind of like a study guide, and I would encourage you guys to make sure that you are understanding each kind of bullet point in those sections. And if you have any questions on anything, please let me know. And then there's a vocabulary section part of the study guide. And along with submitting your lecture notes, I'd encourage you guys to make sure you maybe make flashcards on all of the vocab words for each of these sections. That will be very helpful. And please let me know if you guys are able to download all of these, because mine, I think what will happen is if you actually click these three dots or click this arrow where the download button is, it'll actually download the entire file, and then you'll be able to open it a lot better. For some reason, mine is not downloading. So please let me know if you guys have any problems downloading these files. Isaiah, have you been having any problems downloading these files? Just going to use you as my guinea pig. But please let me know if you do, and I can post them in a different way for you guys too. For your module 1 discussion, oh, you were able to download it. It's probably just my internet. Some of the benefits, the downsides of living in South America. My internet is not always the best. But thank you for letting me know, Isaiah. So it sounds like you guys are able to download that. For your week 1, module 1 discussion forum, this is an assignment where you have to read this article, Why Do I Have to Study Chemistry? And this is going to be your week discussion article. So this is a link to the actual article about why I have to study chemistry. And if you go to the actual discussion assignment, which I link for you here, but you'll also see under the activities and assessments, if you go down, you'll see the module 1 discussion, and someone has already posted. You have to please read this article, Why Do I Have to Study Chemistry, and respond to the following discussion guidelines. Post an initial post. Try to do that by Wednesday at midnight every week. I try to like your initial posts or your initial responses to my discussion questions to be posted by Wednesday, so that other classmates or I have a chance to respond, so that we're all not working on this Sunday at 11 p.m. So try to get your initial post in by Wednesday, describing why you think chemistry is important in your life. Give an example in your own life where you see chemistry concepts, and then reply to 2 or more classmates discussing their post. Do you agree with them? What do you like about their post? Or ask them a question to continue the discussion. And we have one person who's already started the discussion, so feel free to respond to him. So that's how we'll kind of do our weekly discussion. So for module 2, next week, there will be a different question for you to answer. Sometimes it'll be kind of like a reflection question like this week. Other times it might be like a case study or a problem you need to solve, and we'll kind of work on it together in that discussion forum. All right, and Isaiah, as you're listening, let me know if you have any questions at all. complete the lab 1 literature review. So every week or every 2 weeks, you will have a lab or an activity to do. And I'm going to click on it here and it'll take us to the assignment. So the lab 1 literature review, pick a chemistry paper from a peer-reviewed journal that interests you. Read that full paper several times and write a 5-paragraph review of the paper and present the paper in a group discussion. We'll see about presenting it in an online way. We might use that as one of our discussions in the future. So this is where you can search for these articles. So what these are giving you links to, these are giving you links to different chemistry or science related magazines, which are peer-reviewed journals. And you can go to these journals, these websites, and then you can click or search for any kind of chemistry related concept that interests you. I know this is really wide and open-ended. I'm giving you a lot of freedom here to kind of do a little research into these different chemistry and science related articles to pick something that looks interesting to you. The lingo and the wording, the language might be a little over your head, so I don't want you to get disappointed if you don't understand everything you're reading. Do the best you can. Do the best type of summary that you can do. Please write in your own words. No AI, no chat GPT. I teach for several other colleges and I have a 0 tolerance for plagiarism. And I will check your answers with kind of a chat GPT checker, and it's able to check to see if you've used artificial intelligence. So please write in your own words. I appreciate originality and authenticity, and even if you can't understand everything, please do the best you can. In the review, write 1 paragraph, about 4 to 6 sentences on each of the following items. What's the main question or the problem in that article that they're trying to discuss? How is the question addressed? What techniques or methods or models are used? So they probably used some sort of model following the scientific method to answer their problem or the question. Summarize the data and results the best you can. See if you can understand a little bit what the result of this article or the research was trying to do. And then summarize any conclusions. Usually they will have like a conclusion section, and see if you can write that in your own words. And then what could be done with the knowledge gained from a paper like this? Could you apply this information to any other parts of your life? Or why would it be important for you to know? So 10 points per paragraph with 50 points total. And this is our lab 1, our literature review, to get you used to reading some of these peer-reviewed articles and to kind of give you a framework of how to read them and then how to answer questions for them. So again, I give you 2 weeks to do this lab, and I'll go over this again in our next week's live class. But let me know if you have any questions on that as well. And then the final assignment to do this week is our quiz 1, which will be on lessons 1.1 and 1.2. So you'll want to do the quiz at the end. The quiz is really simple. If you've done your notes, read the textbook, and watched my lecture videos, you'll do just fine on the quiz. So every module, every week, we'll either have a quiz or a test. And since we're not done with chapter 1 yet, I just give you a little quiz, kind of just like a knowledge check to check your understanding of these first 2 lessons. And at the end of next week, we'll get through all the lessons in chapter 1. So that at the end of next week, you will have the chapter 1 test. And those chapter 1 tests will be based greatly on notes, those notes documents that I give you for you to answer and submit. I also give you my chapter PowerPoints that I'm lecturing from. And then, I give you a little like activity section, all the materials you'll need kind of just to guide you through that week. And then here are the activities and assessments for this first week. There's your module 1 discussion, the notes submission where you have to submit a file or a photo, and then the lab 1 literature review, which I need to change the due date because it'll be due the following Sunday, not this Sunday, September 3rd. A little wrap up, and then your quiz that you can take. So that is what I have for kind of this first week. It's kind of just a little bit of an introduction. I'm going to keep it short and sweet today, and I will let you guys go. These, weekly meetings will go probably anywhere from 30 to 60 minutes. and we'll use this time. I set this time aside in my schedule. If anyone does want to come to these live sessions and ask me questions, I will be here for you guys. So that is all I have for you today. Isaiah, do you have any questions for me? Not at the moment. Okay, Isaiah, please let me know if you have any questions. It's great to have you in class. Where are you from, Isaiah? And what grade are you in? Lapeer, Wisconsin. Okay, very nice. So it's still warm there, 11th grade. Great. Awesome to have you, Isaiah. Good luck with the course, and we'll see you again soon, okay? All right, take care. God's blessings. Bye.